Knows how to provide up speed at a consistent rate. I live in Philadelphia, so I at least have those options. Phoenix Band, then the Sonya. We have the Maiev first picked here by the side of the bush. Chromie Stukov, so gonna try to have something of a poke build here. See how much value it can get. Looking at it now, we do see 2 more picks going to come here from the bush. They already have the Maiev. They could go for the Garrosh. Try to work those picks. Could struggle a bit with the Chromie. But I do think Garrosh would be a strong pick. And you could go Garrosh. I don't necessarily want to see Malfurion here. It's going to be Joanna. Then what is the other side of this coin? The other side of this coin is going to be, as I close that, let me check. I may not have set my processor affinity right. I will take a gander at this and see if that helps. As at least I'm dropping frames in draft and not in game, so it gives me time to fix it. My internet speed seems to be fine now, so it just seems like every now and then I have to kill my stream and restart it. Which is very frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. But, it's the world we live in, apparently. Joanna Dahaka, so getting a global. Dahaka could burrow into the backline, get an ISO onto Chromie. That would enable a dive. But neither of those tanks really supports Maiev, and you don't have the Stukov either. And now you don't have the Greymane to follow up if Dahaka does land that ISO. So... I... gotta be honest. I'm surprised by those picks from the bush. Could choke out a tank here. Garrosh does pair well with Chromie and Stukov. That could be the pick. Could have been out ETC. ETC is a good tank, but I just think both Garrosh and Diablo have passed in the meta. I guess ETC is easier for Chromie to follow up on than Diablo, but there's the Garrosh, and there's the Malthael. So solo laner that absolutely destroys Dahaka in lane. There's the Garrosh, which is going to make Maev's life a living hell. And you have the Stukov Chromie to follow up with the Garrosh. It's a very good draft here from position1.gg. Gonna need to see the bush turn it around here in this draft, because so far I'm a bit concerned. What are they going to grab that's going to get value? They have to grab a support. At least you have a target you can Moonfire and Garrosh now, although it's a bit risky. So you could almost see a Rhaegar with a cleanse, but then you struggle with the Malthael. Gonna be Cassia gonna be a pick. Into Chromie. That is interesting. Try to get some kind of backline dive on the burst, but they are gonna absolutely have to find support. It's gonna be Rhaegar. I think already position1.gg has won this draft handedly. On the map. We'll have to see if they win the game, but draft-wise, I like their comp a lot better, because now, like, who does Maiev follow up on? I guess Maiev has to separate. Cassia follows up, but there's no ranged poke damage. The only thing, I guess you have a couple of options to interrupt. Flashlight from the Joanna. Blinding light, but I call it flashlight. Everyone else does. And then Cassia Q. But compared to the poke on the other side, Chromie, Weighted Pustule, Garrosh Q, excuse me. think position 1.gg has a lot of options here that win the draft. Tyrael would be amazing. Just sanctify every time there's a good Warden's Cage. There it is. Position 1.gg won the draft hard. On the map, in my opinion. Now it comes down to play. Comes down to play. But ultimately, just the draft is extremely good here for the side of position 1.gg. We'll see. The Bush is a very good team. They haven't dropped the map yet. But here we go, moving into this game. So I apologize for the yawning. It is a bit late on the East Coast, and I've just dealt with a ton of bonfires today. But, yeah, like, man. Like, even if they get off a great Warden's Cage, Sanctification's there. They don't have enough poke on this map. You need a lot of poke. You need a lot of sustain, and they don't have it. So I do think position 1.gg won this map exceptionally hard in terms of draft. So we're going to see if they win the map on the map, because that's where the map is played. Radic going to be on the Tyrael, going to have Gloki on Garrosh, Slacks going to be on the Chromie, Hoffy going to be on Stukov, and E-Day15 going to be on Malthael over here. On the side of the Bush, it's going to be Ezelin on Dahaka. Jostin going to be on Cassius. Shui is going to be on Joanna. Roun is going to be on the Maiev, and Ziltoid going to be on the Rhaegar. Things that make you go, Dugop stepping up, uses the silence, going to get interrupted quick. Time trap here onto Maiev. There's a flip. Volt removes most of the damage, but up here in the top, I mean, this is the problem. Malthael beats Dahaka in lane so hard. And even if Dahaka lands a tongue, like, especially once Die Alone comes up, that's just going to be really hard for Dahaka to win. And, I don't know, we'll have to see where this goes. Soak advantage currently favoring the side of position 1.gg. Shui gonna move up, get this soak. Rhaegar gonna start working this camp. We'll see if anyone checks to see how it's going. But meanwhile, Ezelin just having hands full of Malthael here. Malthael starting to rotate down. Could be moving towards the camp. Could be looking for a flank, maybe? No, gonna stay top. Or is he? He's just kind of moving everywhere. A little bit of everywhere. Looking at the talents. Pretty standard. Justice for all. On a pale horse. Nothing really stands out other than the Cassia Q over Charge Strike. So, trying to get some kind of poke. Radic in a lot of trouble, though. Does survive. Meanwhile, though, in mid, though, position 1.gg getting a lot of minions pushed into the wall. Rhaegar gonna try to invade this camp solo. Nope, here comes the team collapsing. Radic could jump over the wall. Getting a separation there on the Gloki. Here comes the engage. They are going to be able to kill Gloki. And, you know, they're going to have to get a lot of those picks with that Maiev. That's the first pick. And if they can do it, they'll be fine. But keep in mind, I mean, and really, if they do it, they're doing it not because of draft, but really despite draft, in my opinion. We'll have to see. Bottom Sappers were successfully invaded. Now Radic in a bit of trouble. Gonna Q out, gets tethered back in. Then gonna chunk Radic to about half. Sapper's gonna be able to move on to this tower and take it down. So that's a big XP boost. Triple sign phrase, Stukov in the top. Wow. Stukov in the top. Stupov in the talk. Okay.
Go forth and claim the altars in my
Thank you, the wild cards, for the bits. I don't deserve them tonight. I'm casting pretty bad, no joke. But thank you all the same. Sukov the Hawk gonna get the channel. Malthael could have interrupted there. Chose not to. Played that a bit passive. Now Malthael going top. Could be that they don't want this fight at the moment. Waiting for level 10. Izuatoi getting poked by Chromie, but Radic does go down here. To Maiev. Roan playing aggressively on that Maiev. Setting up a lot of kills. Malthael not being there, getting the rotation, trying to catch up in XP. 6 for both teams. Core health, 4 in favor of the side of position 1.gg. Gonna start clearing these lanes up once again. Here in the top, Justin going to go ahead and grab the top Sapper camp here. Getting them lined up nice for that Q. Malthael gonna come check out what's up. Ziltoid, a little bit of trouble getting chased a bit by Radic. Will be able to get out. Joanna was soaking mid, now rotating top. Could be a collapse here onto the Siege camp. No, even though Siege camp's top and 4 people showing, we're not seeing an invade. Oh, instead of position 1 GG, they're still clearing up the mid lane. I think that's just a missed opportunity. Now, gonna move up, look for the team fight with the level 7s. Find Rune out. Rune vaulting, there's the throw, blink away. And there we go. So they could have invaded this Sapper and taken it. But, oh well. Didn't really get any value up top. Display that rotation. Ziltoid going to start the Sapper. Tyrael going to check it out, see it's coming. Could be an engage. Dahaka Malthael still top, but Dahaka could actually join this fight pretty quick, although keep in mind, he probably wants to stay top. Meanwhile, Tyrael trying to stop the camp by himself. Going to get taken out. That is, I believe, death number 2 for him. Yep. Top point getting channeled here by Hoffy. Invasion coming in, but this is not a numbers advantage here. Slack's going to drop the Slowing Sands. It's 5v4. Tyrael going to be able to join the fight soon, but they're not going to be able to interrupt Ziltoid. Might need to just back off. Ooh, Hoffy is in a world of trouble. Hoffy's done. Once, like, they kind of wanted to invade, and they kind of didn't want to, and it's a little bit of split decision-making, it seems, from position 1.gd. And that's going to be a boss started here. Ezelin a bit low. Getting the heals from Rhaegar. Chromie going to try to poke this. Here comes Maiev. 3-man tether, pulling people away. Boss does get left behind there. Rune now in the slowing stance, trying to back up. Shui on the wrong side, getting flipped. That is going to be Joanna going down. Got a little bit greedy. The Bush did, but still up. 8 points on core. Let's see what position 1 GG does with this numerical advantage. Looks like they're focusing on pushing mid. Tyrael going to soak the bottom. Going to equalize XP. They'll get level 10 soon enough. There's a flip onto Maiev. Taunt there, or Vault there, excuse me. Now pull back. Slowing Sands up, though. Fend onto Stukov. Now getting the stun onto Roan. Roan going to be fine for now. Ezelin actually jumping here into the mid lane with the level 10s. They want the engage. And look at this. We do have Isolation. We do have Blessed Shield. We do have, and this is the big one, Containment Disc, Valkyrie. And then, of course, Ancestral. On the other side, Warlord Challenge, Slowing Sands. Other talents still to be picked. Radic might want to insta-lock the Sanctification. Or not. Containment Disc now onto Garrosh. That is Judgment out of Tyrael. Garrosh does go down. Judgment out of Tyrael. Gonna be Tormented Souls out of Malfurion. He goes in. Things kind of starting to look like they might fall apart here for position 1.gg. Kind of making a lot of silly mistakes there. Tormented Souls. No chance of getting value. Has to blow it just to survive. Point capped. 1 to 6 kills, though, and I think that tells the tale. The pickoffs just being executed, the team fights much cleaner from the bush. And position, I think the shot calling in the position has been a little bit suspect at this point. Now Radek out in lane again. Could get separated. Here comes Maev. Not going to be able to get the tether. Radek does get away. But once again, we're seeing just kind of a chase of position. They're desperately trying to look for a kill. No stun there by Gloki, though. And with the Iron Fist, not going to be able to throw anyone. 4v4 here in the bot lane. But Malthael could come in on the flank. Tahaka could join the fight as well. Malthael needs to just come in if he's going to do it, because right now Tahaka is free pushing top lane, as we can see. But down here bottom, they don't take the engage. Malthael going to try to push in mid, get some value here, and then rotate back top. On the Pale Horse there, but there's a Blessed Shear. Tyrael in a bad spot, going to get tethered. Now in a dangerous situation. I don't even think Judgment was used there. Gloki now just trying to get away. Gloki, very low health, going to turn around, does get past the silence, stops the poke. But the Bush in good position, 7 kills to 1. Huge lead on structures on the tower. Excuse me, not on structures. 12 points. And likely to pick up 4 more points here, make it 32 to 16. So far, it just seems like we haven't really seen a clean engage on the side. Massive shove there onto Ezelin. Now here comes the engage. Rune in a bit of a bad spot. Containment disc, though, but there's the Judgment. But Ancestral's actually going to land. Valkyrie, Whiffski, Tormented Souls comes out. Rune in a little bit of trouble. Silence on the Malthael, but he managed to get back, and that's going to be only the 2nd kill of the game there. Now trying to turn around. Radek a bit low on health. They do manage to find Rhaegar. Radek still low, does drop, could blow up, could take out Jostin if he does manage to get Jostin with the death. So 3-for-1 trade there, position1.gg. But they still lose the point, they're still getting doubled up on core health at the moment. Top is vulnerable though, they could push in with that. Malthael gonna get the sappers here in the bottom. See, mid lane, healthy stacks, level 13s by both teams. We do have the holy ground. Inevitable end going to be taken here. So going for the unstoppable. Meanwhile, pushing in, got a tower. 2nd tower will get picked up here by the sappers, though they can get the gate, so 1 sapper will be racing on the gate. Meanwhile, a little bit of minion loss here. Going to give the XP lead back over to the side of the bush. As the Hawk is soaking that top lane. Like a bouse. He's gonna start the sappers. I can't imagine he would. That would be a risky call. Here comes a rotation top. Dugov gonna clear this lane up. But it is the triple altar phase. 2 people down bottom. They are gonna clear up the sappers before it does any damage. And they get the sappers there, and these sappers will definitely take this out. And then likely the 1st sapper will kill it. And then the 2nd sappers and 3rd sapper will just go straight for the thing. Ezelin now getting separated out by Gloki. Gloki blowing the Indomitable, but now Roan jumping into the back onto Slacks. Maybe a bit over position. There's the Vault down. Now could be the chance. Here's the big taunt. Poison damage coming out. Rune does manage to blink away, though. There's a containment disc onto the Tyrael. Big Blessed Shield. Isolation onto Garrosh. And Jostin actually going to be able to get this channel uncontested. No one channeling the left. Bottom capped as well, so only 8 core health and 2 more shots, as I predicted. Going to be here in the bottom. And I don't think anyone's going to get down in time to deal with it. Is Tahaka, does he have a burrow up to go down and deal with it? Wait, no, Tahaka's on the other team. What am I saying? So, there it is. 2 more shots, 6 health. Things falling apart here for the side of position 1 GG. Still keeping up with level experience, but way down in core health. 23 is the gap now. And they're just not able to secure these picks. I mean, Rune was way in the back line and still managed to get away. Here's a massive shove onto Rune, trying to get the positive engagement. It's 4v4 for the time being. Tyrael is not here. Could start to rotate down, but there's a Valkyrie onto Stukov. Stukov's going to go down. There's a big Warlord's challenge, but Maiev pulling Loki back into the mix. Malthael going to go down, and Ancestral going to be used there unnecessarily. But that is just nitpicking at this point, because the Bush is running away with this game. They can take boss now. Move up to 2 core health. Radic going to try to stay in the bush for that holy ground, but going to get focused down here and going to just drop. I mean, that's Radic dying. And that is also Chromie dying. So things not looking good for position 1 GG. Not looking good at all. Boss picked up. Mid-shrine. They're going to have time to just hearth and get healthy. In fact, that's what they should do. No reason to even blow your taps here, because you can tap mid if the fight goes long. 16's in the 15. I mean, like I said, I still think position 1 GG1 draft. I think the talent picks are not the right picks, and I think that they've just not fought well. I mean, at all. Unfortunately. And that's, you know, not trying to be mean. That's just calling as I see it. Valkyrie going to be used on the Garrosh. Not going to be able to secure the kill. E-Day now separate out, trying to 1v1 Rune. But here comes the rotation. E-Day in a lot of trouble. Going to have to blow the self-unstoppable. Does get it. Tyrael jumping onto the point to interrupt the channel. But if this channel goes off, it is GG. Tormented Soul is going to come out. There's a judgment onto Rune once again. Rune just going to vault it away, though. That was a miss. Can Tyrael get some value with his death? He does not. Malthael going down as well. Rune does finally go down. Ezelin on the channel. Is Chromie going to be able to get the poke? No, Chromie not going to be able to. Oh, wow. Interrupt just in that time. Meanwhile, Jostin chasing Garrosh here in the bottom. Daka still channeling. Joanna forcing Chromie back. And that's going to be the game. Huge, huge win there by the Bush. And again, like, I expected them to be a better team coming into this series. But I still stand by that they lost draft hard. They just executed way better, and that's what it came down to. I think the Sanctification was a must pick. Was really surprised by that judgment. We're going to get set up for game number 2, so we'll be right back here on Nexus Gaming Series. Stay tuned. All right, here we are back on game number 2. Forgot to give the Bush that win. That was a dominant performance. Again, like the draft, I didn't love it. It worked for what they wanted to do. The Maiev play was very strong at securing pickoffs, but I think it just came down to, even in a straight team fight, it just seemed like there was a lot of disorganization on the side of position1.gg. Hopefully they can find some way to adjust and make sure they're on the same target. Make sure they're not getting separated out in these team fights. People were just kind of all over the place, approaching from different angles. Just really got out of hand quick. They did okay soaking. I mean, they actually kept up in the XP, but they just lost so hard on the objective. And if they lose those early game pickoffs here in this game, it will go bad for them. Position1.gg not banning out that Maiev, still sticking with the Phoenix ban. What will the Bush ban? They're going to ban out Sonya. It's the same dance as before. Maiev is up. Are they going to give it to the Bush? The Bush is likely to take it. Or do they really want that Stukov? Because Stukov, because of all the separation, Stukov was just getting dove all the time. Gonna have to see where it goes. Gonna be the Hanzo. Good wave clear post 4. Good poke damage. Great vision control. That'll help him out. Stukov gonna be grabbed by the side of the Bush, and there's the Maiev, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And now how do you respond to Maiev? How do you do it? Because the Garrosh didn't work. The Tyrael didn't work. Overall, things just kind of fell apart there. Excuse me. Apologies once again for all the yawning. I am a tired boy.
Calls.
Once again, Ellis Kid, I will straight up say, position won that draft. They just did not play well. It's just all there is to it. The Bush played very well, and their draft was bad. Like, those two things are not mutually exclusive. Drafting is not mechanics. Mechanics is not drafting. You know, two equally mechanic teams. Position 1 was going to win that last map, but it wasn't equal mechanics. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. Mechanics are a huge part of the game. Blaze going to be grabbed, and Joanna for the wave clear. This does leave the Garrosh up. You have bunker this time, at least. But the engage angles were very, very different. Greyman going to be grabbed, or banned, excuse me, as well as the Rhaegar. So they're willing to give away the Malfurion, and I'm kind of surprised by that, into the Maiev. Unless they're going to do something double support. Oh, I mean, I doubt it. But I kind of now want to think about popping Pustule Stukov with the Maiev Malfurion and all the CC engage. Like, you could engage literally every single time you wanted to with that. It'd be a lot of fun. It would be very impractical because you would need a tank. You wouldn't have a solo laner. But it would be fun, and I think that's all we really care about. Stukov, Pop and Pustule's build can do damage. Can do damage. Gonna be the Cassia Garrosh. Cassia with the blind. Gonna be good into the Hanzo. You have the Garrosh Maiev. Very, very strong. See, this is... I mean, the Bush is getting now a perfect draft. A very, very perfect draft for this map. Misclicked, Jimmy. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. What's the position going to finish out their draft with? They have Blaze for the solo lane. They need a support. Malfurion's up. There's Quite a bit of melee. So I want to see Malfurion. Again, just because of the amount of melee. From there, they need someone who can bring wave clear a bit early in the game. They don't really need that. They could go into a mage. There's Junkrat. I actually like the Junkrat pick because of how dive heavy it is. Just throw in your mind, separate out the team, then grab the Malfurion. Kharazim. Into Cassia. I don't like that Kharazim pick. I think Malfurion's up into this much melee. I think if you're trying to try to save someone, you could actually go into Uther because of the way the comp is set up. On the other side, they're not going to be able to go like a hyper damage dealer. Yeah, no, I take that back. I guess they could. So I think Uther could have been a good pick. I even think Rhaegar could have been a good pick just for the cleanse and the ancestral. I don't like the Kharazim pick into the blind of Cassia, into the melee damage of Stukov, into Maiev. I mean, it's mobile, so hopefully that works out for them. There's the Thrall. Yeah, gotta give this one to the Bush. They have the Wombo potential. I mean, they have a huge Wombo potential just from base kits alone. You have the Tether into a Silence with the Fend and the Root and Garrosh. I mean, that's... Base kits alone, the Bush is going to get a lot of kills here. We'll have to see. It's going to be a lot on Slacks having good mind position to save his teammates. But the Bush won the draft this time, and based on the play from the last game, I'll go so far as to say that the Bush could win this one ugly. They could win this one very, very ugly. This could be not close. Hoping I'm wrong. Hoping we have a good game. Game 1 was not pretty. You know, I mean, you give a situation where I think the draft is much better on the side of the Bush, and I think it is. And especially on this map snowballs. We're gonna see. We're gonna have to just keep an eye on it and see where it goes. Here we go. Game number 2. Going to take a look at the teams. E-Day 15 going to be on Malfurion. Going to have Glowkey on Joanna. Radic going to be on the Kharazim this time. Interesting. He was on Tyrael last game. Slacks going to be on Junkrat. And Hoffy, who was the support on Stukov last game, going to move on to Hanzo. Over here on the right, Shui going to be on Garrosh. Rune going to be on Maiev once again. Ziltoid going to be on that Stukov. Jostin once again on Cassie. And Ezelin going to be on Thrall. Take a look at the talents. Do we have a Crash Lightning? We don't. Echo the Elements, which I prefer. I think that is absolutely the right pick. Oh, the Brightwing spray. She has a knife. Holy shit, I didn't realize that Brightwing had a knife. Oh my god. Need that spray. I like the Junkrat spray a lot as well. Here comes Garrosh, looking for the flip. No, I'm not going to blow it onto Glowkey. Drone stepping up. You know, it is Joanna. Meanwhile, Blaze already working the bot lane. Kharazim going to turn around some decent damage. Kharazim did go into Iron Fist. They're going to try to blow someone up. Redemption picked up by Hanzo. And then there's that hold your ground again from Joanna. Shui actually in a lot of trouble. Shui going to go down. It's going to be Ziltoid in the bottom against E-Day for the time being. Interesting. But this talent, hold your ground. I've seen it a bit into the Garrosh. But I hope we see more conventional level 4 and 7 because I've seen that talent and then I see like blinding light talents of 4 and 7. And the damage blinding light talent 4, I can't see a reason to pick it. It's not Joanna's job to deal damage, so hopefully we don't see that direction. Maya's gonna poke up here. They're trying to pressure in Ezelin a bit. First kill here was grabbed by position. Bottom camp being picked up by Ziltoid and Jostin. Blaze now starting to wonder where people are. But there's the siege. Not going to miss any minion. They missed a minion. Singular. Kharazim going to step up. Help clear this camp up. Garrosh down here looking for the... Ooh, bit of an awkward fend angle. Sometimes it can be a bit unpredictable. That was one of those times. But we're seeing a 4-man push in bottom while Thrall solo's top. Kind of an interesting adjustment. Normally you see the 4-man rotate top and the solo laner bottom. But Thrall going to handle the double soak while they just push up with these siege giants. Trying to get that early experience advantage. Trying to get those towers. Because if they get the towers here in bottom, that first web weaver going to do a lot of work. The towers are kind of the big line of defense against that first tower. Meanwhile, though, missing some soak here in mid, this is actually going to, because they're pushing in so hard here on bottom for the bush, they lost a lot of soak mid. A lot of minions. Now they find themselves down half a level. Maiev blinking in onto Junkrat. There's the tether pulling back. No real attempt at a follow-up, though. Glowkey going to come in with the condemn, slow some members down with the punish. There's the silence, stun on the Glowkey, but he's going to be able to get away. Meanwhile, they've managed to catch enough experience to close this gap a bit, although there's still a mid-wave that's pretty healthy. Glowkey coming in, big condemn. There's the punish. Maiev in a bit of an awkward position, getting turned on by the Kerosene. Gonna have to walk away. Pardon me. Stugov's still continuing his solo lane in bottom, which is just interesting. Having to hold this lane. Blaze gonna rotate top. Enough gems for a turn in here on the side of one position. Excuse me, position one. One position. I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting to sleepy time, folks. My cats woke me up about 6 a.m. this morning. No joke. They're assholes. Good tether kill there. That's the first kill for the bush. Slack's also rather low. But once again, some minions lost out here. The bush has not done the best job selling the lanes. They are getting a turn-in. They still don't have enough gems for the turn-in. Okay, now they have enough gems for the turn-in. That was quick. Thrall carrying the bulk of them. He is carrying 21. So he's absolutely going to have to be one of the guys to turn in. Garrosh gets his in, so now if they can just turn Thrall, it's going to be pretty good. That encourages a gank on the Thrall in the bot lane. If they can do it. Bruiser Camp was picked up on the side of position 1. Kind of more traditional solo lane bot. 3-man rotation. Blaze going to start the turn in. That's 21. Now Thrall going to try to get his. Blaze has charged out. Thrall's going to get it. Free turn in. That's going to be web weavers. Picked up here by the bush. A little bit sheepish there by Blaze. Totally understand it with that Maiev. You got to just be careful with it. But that is going to be... Ooh, and there's a good engage. Tether once again. Silence coming out. Fan of Knives resets a few times. But reasonably well handled by that burst heal from the Kerosene. Okay. Down here in bottom, Thrall pushing up. The cannons are down on bot. Well, almost down. Ezelin gonna rotate up, join the team. No, Ezelin gonna stay bottom. Mid. Woodweaver already down. Hanzo in a bad spot. Down he goes. Good tether, good silence. Hanzo goes down. That's a big part of their immortal damage. Junkrat gonna poke, but his grenade's gonna be eaten by the minion. So Webweaver gets top cannon. Shui getting Junkrat flipped beyond the wall. Now though, gonna be able to get away. Unstoppable still onto Glowkey. Stun there onto Junkrat. Webweaver is gonna go down. Blaze has cleared up a bit in bot lane. Junkrat, concussion mine again. Silence coming out. Trying to just make the chase uncomfortable. There are enough gems to turn in. And in fact, now it's at a point that if E-Day 15 can just turn in, if the team peels so E-Day can turn in, this should be a quick turnaround Webweaver. And in fact, it looks like E-Day going to get pretty much uncontested here. So, no attempt to really goaltend there. They're just going to defend. But they didn't get a lot off those first Webweavers. Top wall, that's good. Mid wall still standing. Bot wall was basically killed before the Webweaver phase anyway. So, not a lot of value there by the bush. Asshole cats. What? My cats are not being assholes right now. They're being good kitties right now. Here comes the Condemn trying to set up. Ziltoid taking a lot of damage here from the Junkrat. Maev's going to blink in. Is the Tether going to come out? Iron Skin's still there. There's the Iron Skin down. Now the Tether onto Joanna. She doesn't get stunned, but does get chunked quite a bit. Now Joanna is holding 26 gems. Ziltoid, though, getting separated. There's Condemn. Focus damage onto Ziltoid, but he is going to be able to get away. Dragon's Arrow is a Whiffski. It is Riptire, it is Divine Palm, it is Dragon's Arrow, it is Blessed Shield. Is it going to be Bunker, or are we going to see a Combustion? There's a lot of melee on the other side. I mean, yes, Bunker is fantastic, but I could see Combustion. Meanwhile, level 10's picked up on the other side. There's a Tether onto Radic. Radic going to need to be able to get away. There's a stun. Can he blink out? Warlord's Challenge. Divine Palm comes out just in the nick of time. Rune actually going to die on the backside. There's the Blessed Shield. Now into the fray, going to save Jostin, but Stukov going to go down. And this is a lot of gems potentially being lost if they manage to get the kill on the Jostin, and I think they just set themselves up with the secure kill. That's going to be nearly all of the gems. Only 22 left being held by Thrall. He's going to be able to turn them in, but not going to be able to do anything with it as I have lost internet. What the fuck, Comcast? Jesus Christ. The Comcast just decided that I wasn't going to be streaming there for a second. Actually, 4. Jesus Christ, Comcast. I have no idea why. Anyway. That was a lot of kills there. 4 kills. Karazim jumps into the back, now getting silenced. There's the Warlord's Challenge again. This time Karazim doesn't have the palm because of the silence. Gonna drop big Maiev Tether. She's actually chasing, could have pulled people back in. Now Rune has the containment disc. Ide gonna go down. Can they get around Hoffy? No. They're gonna back off. They did manage to find 2 kills. Web Weavers do come up, so they need to be healthy to be able to clear it. But with those 2 kills, these Web Weavers, which could have gotten a lot of value, they will almost certainly get bottom fort. But top and mid should be safe. And bottom lane, not an incredibly strong lane in this map. Almost certainly the weakest. The siege camp is not trivial, can't be ignored. But Web Weaver top, they're not actually rotating that at the bush. And I don't really like this macro play. They are going to look for the flank here. Ezelin moving in on the back, going to look for the root. Does find it on the Hanzo. Jostin getting into the fray there. Shui very low. Junkrat Tire going to get a kill, and Ezelin might be the next to drop. Bit of a sloppy engagement. And now the chase is on. 5 chasing 3. Jostin just going to buy time for the rest of the team. Trying to trade out onto Slacks. Valkyrie trying to get the kill. Doesn't happen. Jostin goes down. But now this Web Weaver that's decently healthy. Not great, but decently healthy. Takes top cannon tower. May get both towers here. And that's a big win for the side of position 1 GG. So apparently the rule of thumb is whoever Smiley says loses the draft, that team is going to win the game. Today we all learned something. Boss gonna get picked up. No real chance to contest. By the way, it was the bunker out of Blaze. I was keeping an eye on that, but finally came out. This Cassia play, which I've seen before, does prefer that Valkyrie from Jostin, but see what happens. Here comes the boss. Now, there are no cannons tops. This boss could get a lot of value. Gonna keep an eye on that. Are they gonna push up with this boss? They indeed are. Loki coming up. Here comes the whole team. They're all in the bot lane, so they're all showed in bot lane. Blessed Shield is a whiskey, though, and that's a big cooldown down. Boss is on the keep, but no one really pushing up with it. And it looks like with Thrall here now, might be content to disengage without that Blessed Shield. Very hard for Joanna to step up and get the engagement without it. Keep is saved. Barely. But it is saved. Meanwhile, turn-in is there for the side of the bush. If they got a good turn-in here and got some value off it, they could start to turn this game around. This is a big point to get it because level 16 on the horizon. Loki gonna find himself a Joanna. Joanna gonna Iron Skin out the Tether. Try to look for the turn-in. Ziltoid and Roun carrying, let's see, 25 between them, so it's not going to be enough. They do need a Thrall turn-in as well. Thrall currently defending top keep, making sure it doesn't go down. Bruiser camp going to get picked up in mid. Try to push the lane out a bit, see if they can get the, lane pushed out, get some vision control. Here comes a turn-in attempt in the bottom, but it's going to be spotted out by Hanzo. Root there onto Shui, Junkrat Tire, Roun now a little bit out, separated. Tether once again on Joanna, just going to be Iron Skin. There's a flip on the Hanzo, flip stun. Follow-up damage isn't there. Hanzo being able to get over the wall. Containment disc in the back line onto Radic, but now Radic is out. Big Warlord's challenge, but Junkrat Tire getting a lot of damage, but there's a huge Fen. Bunker comes out to save Blaze temporarily. Hoffy gonna survive, barely dodging that Valkyrie. Meanwhile, Ide getting the palm, not gonna get procced here, but that should allow a turn in from the bush as they look to try to start turning this game around. Stukov can get the turn in, it'll be enough. There it is. So now, they put their attention to bot lane before. Looks like they're going to focus there. Let's see how much value they can get. Fort's already low, so if they can get this fort, they can definitely push up quite a bit. Interesting that we've seen Containment Disc twice instead of the Warden's Cage. Presumably just because of maybe the options to get out of it. But, so far it's kind of worked out. The Valkyrie has not landed too well this game. See if we can get maybe a big Valkyrie hit. Iron Skin being blown to get the Condemn onto the front line, but with this Web Weaver, they are starting to take this wall down. And with Junkrat Hanzo away, there's a flip on to... Ooh, and there's a Valkyrie this time. Divine Palm does manage to hit Ide. There's the Dragon's Arrow. Hits 5, but Blaze still a bit low. Now going to be able to drop the bunker. Hoffy coming in on a flank, as well as Junkrat on Slacks. But Blaze is still going to be the first to fall. That support from Stukov keeping everyone alive. Now level 16s here for both teams. And Stukov did go away of 100 Fists, so going to try to jump in and blow people up. Stukov went Pox Populi into Joanna, into Blaze. That Super Strain heal is absolutely insane. Huge Junkrat Tire. Is it going to get kills? No. Ezelin's still alive. Now a flip once again onto Glowkey. Trying to get it down. Glowkey is slowed. Glowkey going to turn around with a punish. Going to get away. Iron Skin's out. Thrall going to go down here. Radic with the kill. And Bush not able to really finish kills very well there. There's a lot of defensives used. They spent a lot of time killing Blaze. They got it, but then they weren't able to secure the kill onto Joanna. They don't have another turn-in. Position 1 GG, much closer to it. Coming in top. Relic going to get the turn-in. Slack's also going to turn in. Glowkey has 10. Not enough for the turn-in just yet. They have 55 total. They only need to get 5 more. They could pick them up here in the bottom. Bush has all 5 members up. Yeah, I think Super Strain definitely would have been the talent you want to take there at 16 into the Condemn. It's just so much value. Meanwhile, moving in on Joanna, there's the Iron Skin blown. But a lot of patience here goaltending. Blaze in the bottom lane does have enough for the turn, and he's carrying all of the gems that are in hand. Well, now I say that, but Radic has 1. Now Radic getting chased a bit. Blaze going to be able to rotate up now, look for that turn, and Ezelin going to goal keep a bit. They do know that Blaze has the gems. Are they going to see him in time? They do. Poke there from Ide, going to stop the channel. Joanna with the Iron Skin. Roan getting Junkrat tired towards the enemy team. Blessed Shield comes out, only hits one. And without Iron Skin down, Joanna is in a lot of trouble. Big Dragon's Arrow might actually save Joanna's life. There's a big Condemn. Divine Palm going to secure the kill. And now actually the shoe's on the other foot. Shui a bit low now. Massive Shove going to come out onto Glowkey. But Ziltoid going to get taken out there by Karzim after getting separated. Next kill is on to Maiev. Jostin going to go down in position 1 GG. They're managing to sustain out the early part of this fight. It's very good palm there by Radek. And now, I mean, top keep very low. Are they going to move straight into boss and try to end with it? They are going to get the Web Weaver. Joe with the channel as the boss has started. Radek is actually tanking it at the moment. Doesn't really want to do that too long. But just the defensive abilities that have been there have really kept them in this game. The Junkrat tires have been very good at keeping the enemy separated, unable to get onto that single target. And now here come the Web Weavers and the boss by Glowkey, so great timing. They're going to be synced up absolutely perfectly. I mean, Keep is obviously beyond dead, but this is going to be a miracle just to stop a core from dropping here. They're going to need to absolutely get a ton of kills. Basically need to fight past boss at this point, but even then, like, their core is going to take real damage. Joanna setting up with the Condemn. Silence trying to dissuade the engage. Focus on the Roan. Boss on the core. As is the Web Weaver. Shield starting to go down. Big Dragon's Arrow hits 4. Now the charge. Valkyrie, though, going to collect Hanzo. Hanzo nowhere to go. Going to go down. Bunker comes out. Containment disc on the backside. Roan going to have to leave this fight. Jostin also incredibly low. Roan blinking away. Ezelin going to be able to heal up here off his trait. Now Garrosh getting focused. Tornado putting Garrosh in a bad spot, but the core is down to 20%. And position 1 GG going to draw this series. So wow, I know nothing about drafting is the lesson for today. Thought the teams that won the drafts just didn't really execute their comps well that time. Tether's a lot of focus on trying to blow up Joanna, and that is not the target, in my opinion. Had trouble getting onto the backline of the Junkrat Hanzo, very agile heroes, Overwatch meta. They were settling for Joanna and Blaze, but they just weren't able to secure the kills. And very good disengages. Slack's got to be the MVP of that game. I mean, not just on damage. His concussion mine saved a lot of people. Good palms there by Radek as well. Only 46k healing, but you know, with the way that they were engaging and blowing people up, that's all you need. So, no post-game interview here. It's late. I do have to go to bed. This is a draw, so I don't know who to talk to anyway. Don't really know. You know, don't have a hankering to talk to any one team in particular, so I'm just going to call it. But once again, nexusgamingseries.com. Check it out. Get in the Discord. Thanks for watching. Twitch.tv/DVSmiley. Follow me on com. Follow me on the web at twitter.com/deathbysmiley. And I will see you next time in the Nexus. Thanks for watching.